Imagine you are walking through your neighborhood on a beautiful sunny morning in the suburbs of America, and you feel proud because you are staying active and hitting your daily step goal. You believe you are doing everything necessary to keep your body strong and your independence intact, but there is a hidden reality that most doctors do not mention until it is too late. Your legs might actually be getting weaker with every single passing year, despite those long walks, and your balance could be slipping away without you even noticing it. Research from Harvard Health has shown that weak calf muscles are one of the primary reasons why older adults lose their stability and suffer from dangerous falls. Once we pass the age of 50, most of us begin to lose 1 to 2% of our lower body strength every single year, and this loss is most aggressive in the calves. If you want to protect your ability to walk and stand and live life on your own terms, you need to subscribe to this channel right now for more expert health advice, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a life-changing tip. The truth is that walking alone does not provide enough mechanical load to maintain the muscle density required as we age, according to the American Council on Exercise. You might feel fine today, but the silent loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia, is working against you every time you sit on the couch or choose a stroll over targeted movement. Today, I'm going to teach you a simple daily movement that is so small you can perform it while you are waiting for your morning coffee or brushing your teeth, but it is so powerful that it can completely transform your circulation and your brain health and your physical stability. We are going to explore why your calves are actually your second heart and how just 3 minutes of focused effort can lower your blood sugar and protect your bones. If you are following along with me here, please comment with the number 1 so I know you are still with me and ready to take charge of your health. Many people living in the United States today rely on medications for blood pressure or blood sugar management without realizing that their own legs hold the key to natural improvement. Think about your daily routine like going to the grocery store or walking through the airport. Do you find that standing in a long line at the post office feels more exhausting than it did 10 years ago? Or do your legs feel heavy and sore even when your heart feels perfectly fine? This is not just a natural part of getting older, but rather a sign that your push-off muscles are losing their power. When your calves are weak, you start to avoid stairs, and you might find yourself looking for a chair more often because your body no longer has the foundation it needs to stay upright comfortably. By performing calf raises every day, you are directly fighting back against this decline. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning found that adults over 60 who practiced this movement just 3 times a week saw a 27% increase in their standing endurance in only 6 weeks. This means you can spend more time gardening or playing with your grandchildren or walking around a museum without feeling that nagging fatigue in your lower body. The second major benefit of this simple exercise is the restoration of freedom in your ankles. As we age, the ankle joint naturally loses its range of motion and becomes stiff, which makes simple tasks like stepping off a curb or walking on an uneven grass surface feel incredibly unstable. You might have noticed that you feel a bit more clumsy lately, or that you have to be extra careful when you are walking on the sidewalk. This stiffness can lead to chronic pain in the feet and even the knees because your body is trying to compensate for the lack of flexibility. When you rise up on your toes and lower yourself slowly with control, you are mobilizing the Achilles tendon and all the surrounding stabilizers. Research from the University of Queensland has shown that daily calf raises can increase your ankle range of motion by 15% in just 1 month. This is the difference between feeling nimble on your feet and feeling like every step is a calculated risk. I want you to imagine being able to squat down to reach the bottom shelf at the pantry without any pain or hesitation. That is the kind of everyday freedom we are aiming for. If you are finding this information helpful so far, please comment with the number 1 to let me know you are watching and committed to your wellness journey. Now let us talk about something that might surprise you, which is the connection between your leg muscles and your blood sugar levels. In America today, nearly half of all adults over the age of 50 are living with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, and many do not even know it. Your calf muscles are actually massive glucose-burning machines. When you contract these muscles, they act like a sponge that pulls sugar directly out of your bloodstream to use for energy. A fascinating study published in Diabetes Care revealed that seniors who performed just 3 minutes of calf raises after a meal had significantly lower blood sugar spikes compared to those who remained seated. This means that instead of just sitting on the recliner after dinner, you could be actively managing your metabolic health just by standing up and moving your heels. It is a natural way to improve your insulin sensitivity and protect your organs from the long-term damage caused by high glucose levels. Your doctor might be impressed at your next checkup when they see your improved numbers, all because you decided to give your calves a few minutes of attention every day. We also cannot ignore the terrifying reality of falls among the senior population in the United States. Every year, millions of older adults end up in the emergency room because of a fall, and many of these accidents happen not because of a lack of coordination, but because the stabilizer muscles in the lower legs were too weak to catch the body during a slight stumble. When you perform calf raises, you are building an invisible safety net for yourself. You are training your balance reflex so that when you step on a slippery floor or turn your head quickly to see a car coming, your muscles can react instantly to keep you upright. Research has shown that doing this exercise daily can lower your risk of falling by as much as 40%. It is a small investment of time that could literally save you from a hip fracture and a long stay in a rehabilitation center. Balance is not something you are born with or something that just disappears, but rather it is a skill that you must maintain with intention from the ground up. If you are still with me and learning something new, please take a second to comment with the number 1 and make sure you have subscribed to the channel. One of the most dangerous conditions that nobody talks about enough is sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. By the time many people reach 60, they have already lost 20% of their lower body muscle mass, and this often goes unnoticed until they can no longer get up from a low chair or walk a few blocks to a local coffee shop. The good news is that your muscles are incredibly resilient, and they will respond to exercise at any age. Whether you are 60 or 70 or even 90, your calf muscles can grow stronger and more dense. Every single repetition you do is a vote for your future independence and a shield against frailty. In a study from the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who performed these movements 5 days a week were able to maintain or even increase their muscle mass, while those who did nothing lost several percentage points of strength in just a few months. You have the power to decide how you want to age, and it starts with the muscles that support your every step. Now we have reached the most important benefit of all, which is why I call the calves your second heart. Your circulatory system has to work incredibly hard to push blood from your feet all the way back up to your heart and your brain against the constant pull of gravity. As we get older, our veins can become less efficient, which leads to those cold feet and swollen ankles and heavy legs that many of us experience at the end of the day. You might even notice brain fog or lower energy levels because your circulation is not as robust as it used to be. Your calf muscles act as a powerful pump. Every time you rise up on your toes, you are squeezing the veins and forcing that blood to move upward. This improves oxygen delivery to your entire body, including your brain, which leads to clearer thinking and better focus. It also helps reduce the appearance and discomfort of varicose veins and prevents the dangerous pooling of blood in the lower extremities. This single habit can support your entire cardiovascular system and take some of the strain off your primary heart. If you are following these tips and want to see more content like this, please comment with the number 1 so I can keep bringing you the best health advice for your golden years. Now let us get into the specific details of how you can perform these exercises safely and effectively in the comfort of your own home. For the basic calf raise, you should start by standing tall with your feet about hip-width apart. I want you to find a sturdy chair or a kitchen countertop that you can hold on to for balance, because safety is our absolute priority. You will slowly raise your heels off the ground and lift them as high as you possibly can while feeling the squeeze in the back of your lower legs. Hold that position at the very top for a count of 1 and 2 and 3. Then you must lower your heels back down to the floor very slowly and with total control. Do not just drop your weight back down because the lowering phase is where a lot of the strengthening happens. I want you to repeat this movement 10 to 15 times, which makes one set. Try to complete 2 to 3 sets of this exercise once or twice every day. You can even do this barefoot if you feel comfortable, or wear a pair of supportive sneakers. Once you feel that your balance has improved and your legs are getting stronger, you can move on to the advanced version of the calf raise. In this version, you will follow the same steps, but you will hold the position at the top for 5 to 7 seconds instead of just 3. This longer hold builds incredible endurance and works those small stabilizer muscles even harder. If you really want a challenge, you can try doing the exercise on just one leg at a time while holding onto your support. This will double the weight each calf has to lift and significantly boost your balance reflexes. However, I must warn you about a common mistake, which is bouncing. Many people try to do these repetitions too quickly, and they use momentum instead of muscle power. You must keep your movements smooth and deliberate to get the full benefit and avoid injury. Another mistake is holding your breath, so please remember to breathe deeply and steadily as you move through each repetition. Before you start this or any new routine, it is vital to listen to your body and consult with your healthcare provider, especially if you have had recent surgeries on your ankles or knees or hips. If you suffer from severe balance issues or diabetic neuropathy or any uncontrolled heart conditions, you should always get professional medical advice first. We want you to be strong, but we also want you to be safe. It is not about training like a 20-year-old athlete, but about training smart and focusing on the specific muscles that will keep you walking and traveling and enjoying your life for decades to come. Think about how much better you will feel when your legs no longer feel heavy and you can move through your day with a sense of lightness and confidence. You have the knowledge now, and all it takes is 2 or 3 minutes of your day to make a massive impact on your longevity. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today and investing in your own health and vitality. I want to hear from you in the comments section, so please tell me your name and your age and what city you are watching from. Have you tried doing calf raises before? And how long can you hold that position at the top? Let us build a community of strong and smart adults over 50 who are not afraid to challenge the idea of what aging looks like. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend or a family member who could benefit from stronger legs and better circulation. Your future self will thank you for the work you are putting in today. Stay curious and stay active, and most importantly, stay strong because your best years are still ahead of you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will continue to explore the best ways to keep your body and mind in peak condition.